Thanks, Lucy. That was Lucy. And I'm just gonna go ahead and bring up my computer to say hi. This is the first live I'm doing for my business page, in case you can see it. Let's see. Just bring it up so in case I can see any comments that anybody makes while I'm using the video. Change that. All right. All right, so the one I'm doing tonight it's a B-size transfer. So it's do what is right, not what is easy. And I'm actually gonna do like a rainbow effect on it. So each color of the rainbow, and I'll show you how to do that as I'm pull it up a little bit each time as the chalk paste starts to dry before, because it's a larger transfer, it'll start to dry before I get the whole thing done. Okay, so we'll start out with my paste. Yeah, the red looks like it's good to go. Right. I don't know if anyone's on. It's Melissa. Hi, Melissa. Okay. So I just got an old towel, because this is a bigger transfer. The other one I did was a half-size page the other day, which I just used an old washcloth for. It's smaller, easier to do, especially with the small transfers. But once you get a bigger transfer, and then you just pull it up from the side, anywhere in here. And I haven't used this one before, so it's going to be super sticky. It's got that nice new smell too, which I like. I usually do it at least 3 times. This is just adding like a little lint to the sticky part. That way it won't get stuck too much. And I'm doing it on a non-reusable surface, although I have reused the surface a couple times for different things. It's just, unlike the chalkboard, it's not guaranteed to be able to reuse it, because sometimes it leaves a little behind. But this is just one of the wooden door tags, and it's got 2 different sides. All right. And I'm just making sure that there's no air bubbles in there, nothing got out there. Lucy is my black cat that I've got. It was sitting here on the table as I was setting up the camera. So I checked to make sure that she doesn't have any cat hair in there either. Check each of my paste and see how they look. Use distilled water if you've got the jars. If you're just using the paste packet, it doesn't matter. You can use tap water. They say to use distilled water because using tap water, bacteria could start to grow in the chalk paste just from the water. And like I said, air is the enemy of the chalk paste because it will dry it out. So that's why after I get done using it, I always spray a little bit in each jar that I use that day, and then that way, if any does dry out, it's just dries out the water, that's the little bit of water spray that I put on top instead of the chalk paste. So the next time I can use it, it'll be easier to do. Let's see if I've got enough squeegees for all my different colors. All right. So to do like a rainbow effect, I can either go like from the top down, like a red, orange, down, or I'm going to try to do it at a little bit of an angle. That way it'll be kind of like, I don't know, I like it to be a little bit different instead of what everybody else does. So I'll just start with the red on the corner, and I'll just pay attention to where I'm at on there. Okay. And because I'm going to have my colors right up against each other, I got to be careful not to, when I put the stuff back in the jars, make sure that I don't have any other paint. So like when I'm, especially after going from the red to something else, I don't want red like in my paste, in my orange paste or my yellow paste, and once it's in there, it would be a mess. I haven't done that yet, but I've seen other people like on lives and not pay attention and like put their red stick into their white chalk paste, and like gasped as they did it, and then all of a sudden they realized what they did. So I'll put the colors right next to each other. So try not to touch it on the squeegee as much as possible. Because the red's already getting onto the orange, so that it wasn't able to keep that too much. All right, so I'll just start blending them with this one then. And I usually find it's better to do the lighter color on top of the darker color because the dark will wash out the color below quickly. A little bit slower than I thought I would. Okay, so I'm actually gonna stop in between and like clean off my squeegees, I guess. So if you can see what I'm doing so far, I got a little bit of red, a little bit of orange, a little bit of yellow to get the rainbow started. But I want to get this part here finished so I can start to lift this up, because this corner here is already going to start to dry. So usually like a minute or two it starts to dry, so you don't want to take too long if you're mixing around the colors. But then I'll stop real quick and oops. This and just start to clean it off. Side of my squeegee, just make it a little easier. Don't want to mix the colors too much, but I want them to blend together easy enough. Yeah, my red section's already starting to dry. So what I'm going to start to do is pull it up a little bit so it doesn't get too stuck down there. And watch it as I pull it up. Try to pull it up evenly so no stresses transfer. But watch to see, because if the chalk paste has started to dry, it will get stuck in that little mesh area a little bit, which you can just use your finger or a little bit more of the paste to kind of push it back down in. And I already see I missed a little spot here, the very top, which looks okay now. All right, so. Not too bad. The letters themselves have like a distressed look to them, so that works in my favor. Okay, so I've got the do what is right. So I'm just gonna pop up for a second and clean off my squeegees. I only brought so many of them out. And since it's water soluble, it just washes right off real quick. Just run it under water. I do have a bucket there on the table, or like a little water basin for the transfer and these. I just didn't grab enough squeegees out because I'm using like 6 different colors. I now have like 4 squeegees out. Okay. So I left off with a little bit more orange down here. It's just kind of like, there's no, I mean, you could do like a row of orange, a row of yellow, a row of green. Completely up to you. It's whatever you want. I've done different ones, different ways. Sometimes I only mix like a couple colors. Some people do like an ombre effect, would do like red, orange, yellow, and just keep doing it like a fading in between the two. Looks really nice. But there's really not a way to mess it up. Just anything that you want to do. When I had my mom try, she like put her arms up in the air and was like, I'm not crafty, I'm not crafty. But she was able to do it. And she did a really good job, and she was really proud of herself and like showed everybody what she had created. So that was fun. And just get more people to try it. It's so easy. Blue. And then just a little purple on the edge. Make sure I got a little bit of other color still on that squeegee. So make sure I get enough of the purple out to use. I'm gonna try to scoop out anything that got a little color in there that's got purple. It's not supposed to be in there. Alright. It's all on there. And try to blend it a little bit. Like there's no right or wrong reason. You can use the squeegee to blend it. You can also use your finger. You just want to be careful when you're using your finger that on how hard you push down on the transfer, because I've done that before with the ombre effect, and accidentally moved my transfer because I figured I'll mix it and blend it really well and was pushing down too hard, and so my letters were like a little blurry. I had to erase it and do it again. This is not a reusable surface, so I want to be a little extra careful. I don't know. I get bored using just one color, so I do like to mix it up and try it, but sometimes I just like one color. I really like how the white paste looks on like the black background of chalkboard. Just looks good. I don't know, maybe because we had chalkboards in school and it was always white paste pretty much. Alright, so take up the rest of this. Once I squeegeed off the extra. Alright, not too bad. Alright, I'll just put this in my water basin, and I'll put the sticky side up. That way it doesn't accidentally stick to the bottom of my water basin. So this is what it looks like. So I've got like the little rainbow effect through it. I did go over the transfer a little bit, but being that I just did it, I can take a paper towel and stick it in my water basin and should be able to take it right off. Yeah, because it hasn't dried yet. And it just happened. So, I mean, like I said, I've reused this board before several times. I'll show you the back side of it. You can see a little ghosting on. So there, do what is right now, what is easy. And I don't know if you can see on the back side. I have to like get. I did like the Christmas elf one on this, and you can kind of see a little bit of the ghosting, which you can see like a faded part, but barely, because it's like a white on white. So that was this nice transfer with all my different colors. Alright, so I'm going to close up my paint so they don't start to dry out. And then I'll show you how to clean the transfer, because it's really easy. Usually I just go right over the sink, but I can do it here so you can easily see it. Because I'm not doing dishes yet. I don't like doing dishes. I want a dishwasher, but it's the time of COVID, so now it's not really the time to have somebody to come in and install a dishwasher for me, which will take a little remodeling anyways. Okay, so I'll get my towel back out, put this to the side so I don't stick my finger in the wet paste again, and I don't know if I missed any. Looks like some messages from Melissa. I do like the door tags, and that's the first door tag I had that Melissa, that you gave me. It had like the elf one and stuff on the back that I took the design off of, and it came off. It even had the shimmer crimson on it, which is the glittery, and I even was able to get the glitter off. When you're using the non-reusable surfaces like this wooden one, it's best to put little surface wax on it, so that way you can easily get your transfer up and easily a lot of times you can reuse it. The transfers can be reused a good 10 times usually. Some people have reported that they've used them like 50 times. It just depends on how you take care of your transfer. Like if you don't take care of it, it's not going to last very long. You're not going to be able to get too many uses out of it. But if you take care of it, you'll get lots of uses out of it. And a lot of them are seasonal. So like the Christmas ones, you use at Christmas time and then take them back out the next year. Alright. for Christmas, I decorated my parents' house because that's where I was, down in North Carolina. And Mom liked it because there was all this different Christmas signs around, and I explained that you could just change them. So for Valentine's, she could have a whole bunch of Valentine's one. Easter, she could have Easter ones. The transfer, a lot of it came off in the water, but let's say, like I said, this is like the magic eraser. It's just a round one that Chalk Couture has, and you just wipe it through. Once in a while, your transfers will get stained with the chalk paste. It doesn't hurt at all. What you really want to make sure is that the transfer, the silk screen part, you want to make sure that is cleaned. Because that's where your design goes through. The rest of it doesn't matter. The only colors I've ever had that really have gotten stuck on the transfer, black didn't even get stuck on the transfer, and the ink didn't either, is red paste and green paste. It just depends on how long your transfer's been sitting there. So that's why the sooner you wash it, the better. And then the towel can just, since it's an old one, it can just go in the wash. So, I got a little bit. You can go over it as much as you want. Make sure you really want to make sure you've got that stencil clean. The back side, you can use the magic eraser or this chalkboard eraser. You're just getting it re-wet again for the next time. It's also to make sure if any chalk had seeped through the other side that you're getting that off. And once it dries, it'll be sticky again. You can use, if you can find them, like Clorox wipes, which are in short supply right now. And what that does is, because of the alcohol and stuff in it, it helps it dry faster. I just let mine sit out overnight. And as long as the cats don't get into them, they're fine. Okay, I'll just let that sit out to dry. As you can see, my towel got a little rainbow effect on it from it. Doesn't really matter because it's just chalk. So just like if you've got chalk on your hands, it's just going to wash off in the wash. It's not going to stain anything. It's not going to hurt anything. Okay, so I think, did I cover everything? Let's see. At Christmas, I made the mistake of trying to hang this up when it was still wet because Dad suggested that I hang it up on this hook that looked like it was too small, and turns out it was too small because it fell down and I went to catch it and my thumb went right through the red part of the elf's hat. It didn't look good, so I had to fix that. So it's good to make sure you let it dry. What else? Does anybody have any questions or anything? I'm just gonna go live and just be ready much you can like watch me play with the stuff. I'm looking for suggestions for ideas, things that you want to see. I do have, like I showed the other night, there's the house cutouts. I do have heart cutouts and deer cutouts. I'm a little nervous with the deer cutouts, but it should work fine because they fit perfect. The stencils fit perfectly on top of them. Just double checking my messages. To see if anybody has asked any questions, because there is a delay on this. So if thanks Jen, thanks Melissa. There's a delay, so it could take me like a minute before I see your comment to pop up. That's all I guess I really have. Maybe I'll do a couple more tomorrow night. Maybe I'll get the cutouts out and start doing the deer ones and go live. And just play. I do have a heat gun that I haven't used yet that I bought, and some glitter, because you can put glitter on top. When the paste is still wet, you can put a little glitter on top of it. It'll make it sparkle, because we do have paste that are shimmer that has glitter in it. It looks really, it says shimmer, but I usually say it's sparkle, because that's what it looks like. maybe I'll try that tomorrow because we do have some cool stuff. They are doing some restocking this week of the like winter warm-up ones where there's different hearts and Valentine's ones in there. So I'll take a look and see what they've got. All right. Let's see. Any questions? No questions, no comments. Like, comment, and share if you're seeing this on the replay because you weren't around when I did live, because I'm not sure what time to do it. Just pop on at any time. Just like comment replay or something. And I'm going to start, I'll start within the next 24 hours posting the deals on my VIP group as to what's for sale that I have in my own inventory because I can offer deals. Otherwise, there's kits on the website which come with the board, the transfer, and I'm going to offer a free little kit to anybody that signs up for the monthly subscription for Chalk Couture to make sure that you have everything that you needed to start out with, like to make sure you have a squeegee and a stir stick and a little thing of water, a little bottle to spray your water. Those are pretty much the things, other than that, an eraser, that otherwise the kit is going to come with everything that you need in it. All right, I'm going to sign off, and night, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and comment. Thanks. Bye.